The One Chicago franchise has a reason for not airing any new episodes on November 27, 2024. All three One Chicago fall finales offered similar stories before they went on hiatus. Chicago Med revealed that Sharon Stalker was the aggrieved wife of a woman who had died during the mass casualty event who blamed Sharon for her partner's death, thus holding her hostage. Elsewhere in the hospital, Dr. Archer could be leaving Chicago Med, too, as he decided to resign rather than work under Lennox. Meanwhile, on Chicago Fire, Cruz got a visit from the cousin of a gang member he'd left for dead in Chicago Fire Season 1. The episode also left the audience wondering whether Herman passed his exam. Finally, Chicago PD demonstrated it was one of the best One Chicago shows with a tense story involving fallout from Torres' previous affair with Gloria Perez and Deputy Chief Reed revealing he knows all and plans to use it as leverage against Voight. Why there is no new One Chicago episodes tonight, November 27, 2024. The franchise is on its mid-season hiatus. Many NBC shows are taking their fall hiatuses now. One Chicago aired its final episodes of 2024 on November 20, 2024 and will not be back until 2025. The fall, or mid-season, break is a time when shows take an extended pause in programming. This gives the audience a chance to catch up on episodes that they missed while no new installments are airing and frees up the schedule so that networks can broadcast specials. It usually occurs around the holidays to also give the cast and crew a chance to rest. Even if One Chicago had not begun its official fall break, it's likely it would not have aired this week, as tomorrow is Thanksgiving. NBC is airing a Saturday Night Live Thanksgiving special in One Chicago's time slot. The network will likely air reruns at some point during the hiatus, though it will follow its Thanksgiving programming with its Christmas in Rockefeller Center special on December 4th. When will new episodes of Chicago Fire Season 13, Chicago PD Season 12, and Chicago Med Season 10 release? All three shows will return in 2025. Archer smiling at Lennox at the nurse's station and reassuring her in Chicago Med. Sadly, the mid-season hiatus means that no more new episodes of the One Chicago shows will air in 2024. Chicago Fire Season 13, Chicago PD Season 12, and Chicago Med Season 10 will not air new outings until January 8, 2025. This long wait for new episodes is frustrating, especially considering that each show left off with a strong cliffhanger. However, those endings were crafted on purpose so that the audience would discuss them during the long break and be eager to tune in when new episodes begin airing next year. Although mid-season breaks are frustrating, they're standard for many scripted television series. Most shows produce 18 to 25 episodes per season. Without this and other hiatuses, NBC would run out of episodes long before the season is supposed to wrap up in May. It makes sense to air holiday-themed programming and reruns between November and January and return to releasing new episodes after the new year. What to expect from Chicago Fire Season 13, Chicago PD Season 12, and Chicago Med Season 10 when they return? All three shows will likely pick up where they left off. Chicago Fire Pascal carrying a young woman away from a fire. The One Chicago universe is full of heart-pounding drama. Doctors, rescue workers, and police officers often deal with life-and-death situations in these shows, and that can be expected to continue once the three series return from their hiatuses. In addition, the shows will have to resolve their cliffhanger, so their next new episode should be even more exciting than usual. Chicago Med's Sharon Stalker story came to a head in the fall finale, so the mid-season premiere will need to focus on her rescue. NBC has not yet released a logline for the episode, but the promo shows Archer desperately trying to get back to her office to help fight off her attacker. It's likely that Archer will decide not to resign after this incident is resolved, but it remains to be seen how Sharon's rescue plays out and whether anyone is seriously hurt. There will undoubtedly also be medical storylines the hospital has to deal with during this crisis, but it isn't clear what they are yet. Similarly, Chicago Fire will include Cruz's confrontation with the cousin of the gang member he left for dead. Its promo suggests that Firehouse 51 will also be dealing with a particularly dangerous fire while this is going on, as it includes a scene of Pascal instructing the firefighters to run toward the dangerous blaze rather than trying to avoid it. This advice is likely metaphorical as well as literal, considering all the crises in the firefighters' relationships and personal lives during the first half of Season 13. Chicago PD Season 12 will return with a high-stakes case. This final One Chicago show's winter premiere will feature Voight and the team desperately searching for two young girls who have been kidnapped for a significant ransom. The pressure will be on Voight not only because of the precarious situation the victims are in but because of Reed's continued presence. Voight will likely be digging for dirt on Reed or other ways to neutralize him at the same time as he is dealing with this crisis, raising the stakes of the episode even further.